Hey, did you know that Jeremiah Wonders has a new merch store? There's a Jeremiah Wonders t-shirt, a Bison t-shirt, a Kill Tony calendar, a Jeremiah Wonders sticker, and Reagan and Watkins on vinyl. Get it all at jeremiahwonders.com. If you guys like what you're seeing, I'm going to keep putting out different t-shirt designs. So check it out. Every couple months, I'm going to drop a new t-shirt on that ass. Look at all the shirts. Is that a calendar? Wow, we got stickers too. Gage, am I out of the frame? Yeah. Hey everybody, welcome back to Jeremiah Wonders. Very excited to have you back here listening or watching the show, however you're consuming this. David Lucas is the guest today from Kill Tony. I think you're really going to dig this episode, and we'll get to that here in a second. I want to plug a couple quick tour dates, so here we go. Saturday, November 16th, I am headlining the Rec Room in Huntington Beach. Come on out to that. December 6th, San Diego, the Comedy Palace. I'm there with the Kill Tony Band and William Montgomery. Reagan and Watkins is headlining, and everybody's doing individual stand-up sets, so definitely come to that. That'll be a blast. I'm also going to be headlining in Kansas City. Kansas City, here I come, December 19th through 21st. And guess what? Gage the Beast T Arena is going to be featuring for me. So get tickets to that for the Comedy Club of Kansas City. With Kill Tony, we are currently on tour. Come see us in Sacramento, San Francisco, DC, New York, Australia, Ohio, all in the next couple months. TonyHinchcliffe.com for tour dates. Thank you to Justin Bossert and Trevor Terrace for donating a generous amount of money to my Venmo. Thank you very much. That's Jeremiah-Watkins if you don't want to go get a t-shirt over at jeremiahwonders.com to help support the show. Keeps things going here at the studio, which I'm very grateful for, helping us out here, produce this mother, Gage the Beast T Arena as well. Speedweed, coming at you live from the Speedweed studio. We are in it. Thank you so much to Gino and everybody over here for making this studio possible. Thank you to Bronxborn for helping out with the equipment, making this stuff happen as well. And check out our buddies, Caveman Coffee. Hit up at Speedweed on Twitter for that marijuana delivery service. And while you're doing that, maybe go get some pizza in Bend, Oregon over at Bronxborn Pizza, Gray Block Pizza in Santa Monica. Now it's time to get into our episode with David Lucas. I had a lot of fun getting to know him a little bit better. I've known him for years. Now you guys are getting to know him. We got to know him together. We're all going to be friends by the end of this. Without further ado, please welcome my pal, David Lucas, to Jeremiah Wonders. Yep. We in it.
Are we in this thing?
It's happening.
We in here like nose hairs.
Yep, in here like nose hairs. Hey, David Lucas on Jeremiah Wonders with me right here, right now. How you doing, bro?
I'm chilling, man. I'm chilling, bro. I can't complain.
You said before we started the podcast, I had my hat backwards. And what did you say?
You look like the white kid that hangs with black kids. The one white kid.
The one white kid.
Hey, what the fuck this white boy doing here, man? Yeah. Get your ass out of here. What you doing in the hood?
Hey, man, I'm part of the crew. Yeah, man. Good to have you on the freaking show, dude.
Hey, man, I'm great to be on here, man.
It's funny. Dave and I have known each other for
9 years.
9 freaking years through the LA comedy scene. Yes. And he's
even back when I used to host at Tribal Cafe.
Yep. When you were hosting open mics.
Oh,
dude. I think you would sign up for the open mic that I used to host at Sal's Comedy Hole.
Yep. I did that one. I used to do Sal's. Damn, a lot of great mics are gone. I used to do Sal's.
Muse. Remember that one that we did? Yeah. That one doesn't exist anymore.
Grill.
Sunset Grill.
Yeah. Damn, all the good mics gone, man.
Yeah. Well, that was when it used to be. I have a little bit of an issue with the recent lottery system that they do at every mic now.
Oh man, yes. And the lottery and the paying.
Yeah, you have to pay like $5 just to possibly get on the mic.
If you get on stage every night for open micers, it's $35 a week. $140 a month. That's a membership at Equinox. One gym only though, not all of them.
Yeah, just one.
Damn,
it's rough.
Yeah, that's crazy, man.
Dude.
Thank God I am where I am.
Yeah, man. Been killing it lately, dude.
I'm trying.
I've been loving seeing you on Kill Tony because it was one of those things where I know, like, when your name gets called, I'm like, oh, it's about to be good. You know what I mean?
Right.
Like I'm just like sitting there, like, here we go. Like everybody else is like, obviously, you're being introduced to that whole new crowd,
right?
So they're like, who is this guy? I'm like, I've been seeing it for years.
Yes.
Yeah. You've said for years every time
my
you
second favorite white boy behind Matt Jones.
He's been literally saying that to me for like 9 years, pretty much.
I really fell in love with Jeremiah. He used to do this bit when we used to do potluck. What was it? The impression that you did when you would fall on the floor and lay on the table.
Oh, it's probably my cake bit.
Not that one. Say a
different one. Let's see.
Damn it. Used to have something. You also did another one, something guy. That impersonation. Some kind of guy.
Some kind of guy.
Yeah.
Oh, there's so many good and bad impressions that have come and gone over the years.
I ain't seen you on stage in a minute, bro. So I need to see you soon.
Yeah.
But those impressions are crazy. I was like, these motherfuckers.
There's this one that a comedian buddy always yells at me to do from the back of the room. It's so dumb, and it does well. It's this character that I do called Shit Man. I don't like that it does well, but you'll have to see that sometime. Right. It's pretty zany.
Are you taking the shit?
I mean, that's what it gets to that point because that's what's going on. But yeah.
So you on some what's it called? What's the dude name? Richard Martin. What's his name? Rick Martin. I can't think right now. He was like the movie with Queen Latifah.
Oh,
that dude. He used to do like crazy characters, and people looked at him crazy. Then one day they thought he was a genius.
Oh, I don't know who.
Steve Martin.
Oh, Steve Martin.
I was so far off.
Oh, bro. I just almost had a heart attack right now. But I literally could not put it together. And wait, we got to back up. Our pop culture references, if that's your reference for his movie with Queen Latifah, which one are you talking about? The
House Hunter? Well, I don't be knowing the name of
dude. That is so funny to me that is your Steve Martin reference. Like out of everything that he's done, like, you know that one Queen Latifah movie that's got that one Richard Martin guy? Dude, that's so funny because he's literally one of my favorite comics. So for me to not even be able to place it with that reference is so funny to me. I know what movie you're talking about. I saw it in theaters, but I don't remember the name of that movie.
Didn't he have was that him or Jim Carrey who had like a character like being a roach being sprayed?
It was Jim Carrey, I think.
Okay.
Yeah.
That shit funny as hell to me.
Yeah. In Jim Carrey's SNL audition, he did like post-nuclear Elvis, and his face was all like messed up and stuff, and he'd be like, thank you very much. And just like all like crazy looking,
man.
But and he had like little hands coming out of his t-shirt like this. It was post-apocalyptic or post-nuclear Elvis or something like that.
Like, what do we do?
You got to look up his SNL tape. It's like you see what they saw, and you're like, okay, well, I guess I could see why they passed.
Do something with
They're like they didn't know what to do with it. They're like, this is too extreme for our show.
He needs to go there and Live in Color.
Yeah, pop over there. Right. Did you grow up on that show?
Live in Color, somewhat. Yeah, my cousin watched it, who was older than me, so I watched it with her. I watched a lot of like Sanford and Son growing up.
Oh yeah,
Red Fox
for sure. My dad loves Red Fox.
Yeah, I watched a lot of old shows like that. Andy Griffith. Yeah. Opie. I watched a lot of that. Judge Judy. I watched a lot of Judge Judy. Wheel of Fortune, Jeopardy growing up.
Yeah,
I was watching
all the classic daytime TV shows that they play at car dealerships.
That's what happened when you be at your grandparents' house.
Yeah, you get into what they like,
man.
Yeah, man. Yeah, I I loved all. I watched like a lot of old school shows like Gilligan's Island and I Love Lucy.
Yeah, I love Gilligan's Island. I used to watch that when I was getting ready for school. It would be Gilligan's Island, and then right after Gilligan's Island on TBS, Saved by the Bell would come on.
Oh yeah,
yeah. Not that I'm that old to where I saw it new.
Yeah, you saw when it was rerunning. Yeah,
Just in case y'all thinking I'm like 38. Nah.
That would be so terrible for you to be 38.
Yeah.
You made 38 sound like it's like so old.
Oh yeah, I'm sorry, y'all. 38 is not old.
There's a 38-year-old listening in his cubicle right now. He just killed himself.
Right. And goddamn, David, I was a fan.
What happened? You're age shaming me right now. I remember, speaking of In Living Color, I remember being at Matt Jones' In Living Color showcase. You were there.
Yep.
I was supporting up in the belly room, and the Waynes were
there.
Up there.
Lance Allen.
Yeah, Lance was there.
Yeah.
And I remember that just being like, obviously, such an exciting night. Like,
absolutely, just
being in the room, and it's like, yeah, it's crazy.
I hate they never rebooted that thing, man.
Yeah, they didn't even show the pilot they shot.
Yeah, it's crazy.
Yeah, but
Matt will. That's you and him are like what the only physical comics out right now, right?
Yeah. I
don't really know anybody else.
I don't know too many. Yeah. We like really go for it like that. I mean, I would say like mainstream wise, I would consider Sebastian a pretty physical comic, just the way like he, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
I'd say like, I think that he's probably the closest like right now to what we have for like what I would say like a physical comic is.
I see. Yeah.
But yeah, as far as like on the come up, yeah, Matt and I've always loved Matt's humor. He goes for it.
That boy. This is my impression of a mangled cross guard. And then he puts his arm behind his back. I'm like, goodness gracious.
Yeah.
And I think he grabs his thigh.
Yeah.
It's like,
yeah, he's super flexible.
Nah, I'm not, bro. I could barely scratch the back of my neck.
You're like, this is flexible for
me.
Man. Yeah. So it's kind of funny because we've known each other for so long, but like I feel like I've known you adjacently through the comedy scene. We've seen each other at all these different venues, all these different places, but we never get to have like longer talks or like, you know, one-on-one time very often. So I don't know like where you're actually originally from or your story like getting out here to LA. So I'm curious myself.
I was raised in Macon, Georgia, the heart of Georgia.
Mm-hmm.
It's like 70 miles south of Atlanta. The way I got out here was weird. I basically had stopped playing football because I got hurt. And my cousin was like, I was like 1 year out of high school, one and a half, something like that, out of high, 1 in the year, like 18 months out of high school. There we go.
Mm-hmm.
1.5 year out of high school. And I was getting into like petty trouble because there's nothing to do in the country.
What do you consider petty trouble?
Like I would go steal zebra cakes. Just because I was bored. I honestly
that's a fat kid crime right there.
I would go steal zebra cakes. So I would, and then my mom ended up finding out, and you would have thought like I robbed a bank. She was like, "I'm not gonna visit you in prison." I'm like, "Bro,
it's a zebra cake.
It's a zebra cake." Like I was bored.
Yeah,
that's what we do. And so my cousin, he was a rapper. He's not a rapper anymore. So him and his group, they were on tour, and they were coming out this way. And he was pretty much like, "Hey, you got 6 weeks to get your shit together. I'm dropping you off in LA, and you figure out the rest on your own."
Whoa.
Mind you, I'm not accepted into any college. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So
that's like throwing you in the deep end of the pool. It's just like, hey, get it together. Let's go.
I was at an age where I had a lot of irrational thoughts. So at that age, it sounded, But at my age now, I'd be looking back like, damn, you was crazy. You know what I'm saying?
I know. Yeah. In hindsight, certain things are like, oh, but I guess I was a little. All right.
So came out here, wasn't accepted into college. My mom was like, you got to go to college. Like, that's the only way I'm going to support you. That's the only way I'm going to continue to pay your insurance, this, that, and the other. So I applied, went to a college, graduated. Don't like to name my school. We had a falling out. I went to a college here in LA.
You had a falling out with the school?
Yeah, something happened, and it was just a whole issue, and I was like, well, I'm done with y'all anyway. Whatever. So I don't even like to bring their name up. I'll tell you when the cameras go off.
Oh, well, where it was?
yeah. So got into college, and so college was easy to me. It's just a lot of repetition and memorizing stuff. And I was like, I don't give a fuck. My mom's supporting me, so I'm able to do I'm able to do what I really want to do. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So that's like when I met you. It took me a year to get on stage in LA because I was just so frightened. Well, not necessarily frightened. I did when I was in Georgia. I was on the MTV Your Mama show. So like in Georgia, where I lived, that was big. I was like star. Like, hey, there's a boy on MTV Your Mama. So I came out here with that same mentality. And I remember I went to the Laugh Factory like on a Thursday. And I was like, yeah, I'm on MTV Your Mama. I was like, I'm on MTV Your Mama. Let me get on stage. And they were like, hey, that guy right there, you see him? He got his own TV show.
Oh, shit.
And he's the second comedian. I was like, oh.
Oh, that's how it works out here.
Right. So I was like, oh. So that kind of, I was a teen. I wasn't even really like matured yet. So I was a teenager. So that like scared me. And I didn't get on stage for a whole year. And the first place I got on stage was this guy named Martini Harris ran a comedy show out of a barbershop out of Bolt Barbers.
Okay.
Downtown. Got on stage there, did very well. I was nervous. I remember that day I was so nervous. I actually crapped in my boxers at the library downtown and I had to throw my boxers away. Yeah. No lie, I did.
That's really nervous.
Yeah. I was like, oh man.
Now, what were you at the library for? Do you remember?
I didn't have a car, so I was on public transportation.
Gotcha.
So like I was always downtown. Like I used to hang out
in the
downtown,
vicinity.
Right? So I knew like where I could go to the restroom or anything like that. So I remember I took the 720 from Santa Monica and let you off downtown. And I walked over to the library because my stomach was bubbling. And before I got into the bathroom, I had a melted Snickers bar in my pants.
Everything is food analogies with you.
I had a melted Snickers bar.
Oh, my goodness.
I was like, who put a Snickers in the microwave in my pants? Like, I remember throwing the boxes away like at the bottom of the trash. Like,
oh, yeah, you're burying it. Yeah. Like, yeah, you don't want any kind of evidence like linked back to you.
It was wintertime, bro. And I remember walking on the street, free balling with no damn boxers. I'm like, man, this is stupid. I went and killed a comedy show and started being like a regular at his little barbershop, and he would bounce around to like different restaurants. And then the first real time,
so you killed it free balling.
Yeah. Do
you ever revisit that just to chase that dragon? Like, did you think that was like your good luck charm for a little bit?
I actually got a picture of that on my Instagram, like the very first time I got on stage in LA.
Yeah,
for whoever's listening, I have on like a blue and yellow short sleeve collar shirt.
One of those polos.
Yeah.
I think everybody had one of those blue and yellow collared polos at one point. Like whether like at the kid level or like to adult, I feel like everybody's had one of those blue and yellow polos at one point in their life.
Yeah. So I don't know if you were into the downtown comedy scene. The Garrett Morris.
Garrett Morris, of course.
He had a comedy club.
Yeah.
So I started frequenting that club.
I did a comedy competition there once.
Nice.
Yeah.
I like that club actually. And Garrett Morris thought I was funny. And so they would put me up like Friday nights, like 7, the early part of the show. Kind of like co-opening for the host.
Mm-hmm.
And, that helped me develop and it helped me get balls to go to other places in LA. And I remember my first time at the Comedy Store was actually right after you or right before you on Potluck. And there was a Jewish guy sitting in the front row and I took his yarmulke off his head and I put it on my head.
How'd that go over?
He enjoyed it.
Yeah.
He bought me a drink after the set.
That's awesome.
Even though I was underage. those were the glory days, you know what I'm saying? I miss those days actually, like the hustle, man. I would hit 3-4 open mics in a night.
Well, it was also, in my opinion, it was a little bit easier because you'd have buddies signing you up at different spots. So you'd be like, I'm going to go here. Yep. You go there. Yep. You sign up for me. I'll sign up for you. Mm-hmm. And then by the time that this mic ends and this mic ends, this is the beginning of another one. So like everything was timed out a little bit more, where the lottery system, where I guess people think it's more fair, I feel like it hurts.
Newer comics, y'all don't even know. The Comedy Store used to have potluck on Sundays and Mondays.
Yep, we'd be up there every Sunday and Monday.
Yeah.
Even if you had already gotten up on one of them, like on the Sunday, you're like, well, I still got to go on Monday. That's where everybody's at.
Yeah, bro. So, started doing the Comedy Store, other spots around. Went on the road a little bit, and then fast forward like 4 years. You know, like a lot of people are like, dude, where you come from? Like, where do you come from? Like, like you're a monster. Why haven't I seen you before? And like I was talking with somebody earlier today. Like I just now really started dealing with like my anxiety and depression. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know, like I used to just strictly like get fucked up to do comedy. Mm-hmm. I had to get drunk
to get to a mental place so you're not crapping your pants like before you go on stage. Yeah.
So I would have to get like real drunk, man, or like after I get off stage, I had to get real drunk because I didn't really want to talk to people, and I didn't want people to be like, hey, good set, you know what I'm saying? Not saying anything's wrong with that, but it was just like social anxiety with me. Like, so the only way I would be able to deal with that would either be like leave or be drunk. Mm-hmm. And if you don't stick around after your set, and which I believe sticking around after your set is more important than the set, you won't meet anybody.
Yeah.
You won't network. You won't meet bookers. You won't meet managers. You won't meet agents. So, you know, always be friendly when you get off stage. Newer comics and people listening. And make sure you network, you know, be a personable person. I was not for like 5 years. What helped me was actually when my daughter was born, and I took like a year off to be a father. And I just had like a self-realization, like when you step back from something, you get to like look and see what you were doing wrong. So at that point, I started like meditating. I kind of let go. Like religion was like a big part of my anxiety, because like I went to a Catholic school for part of my life, but went to like a Baptist church.
Sure.
So it was a lot of conflict in doctrines.
Yeah, going from Catholicism to Baptist. Right. I mean, I grew up super religious, so I know exactly what you're talking about. Yeah.
So, you know, during that time, I kind of let go of religion.
What was the main thing at that time where you're like, okay, this is conflicting completely from what I just learned, like over on the Catholicism side?
Because at St. Joseph's, like everything was like about Mary. Mm-hmm. And then you go to church like with my grandparents, and it's like Jesus, Jesus, Jesus. So it's like, both of y'all think y'all right.
Yeah.
Who's wrong or who's right? Or are both of y'all right? But then you ask a Catholic, is a Baptist right? And it's like,
would you go to like confession and like do that whole thing as well?
Everything. Yeah.
Wow. So that's so different, man.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like,
yeah.
Because, you know, like going to a school and you know, going to a different church is like.
That's big culture shock just within just the religion side of things.
Absolutely.
And then going from Georgia out to LA, that's another set of culture shock.
Yeah. So a lot of stuff, you know, was just conflicted in my head. And so I kind of let go of religion and just found myself. And nothing wrong with religion. How I feel about whatever deity you worship is there's only one mountaintop, no matter how you get there, is, you know, your vehicle to get there. If you're a Christian, you might go through Jesus or Buddha or whoever, you know. I'm in Ra, Horus, Serapis Bay, whatever you believe in to get to the mountaintop. That's the ultimate goal. So when I just started focusing on the end goal instead of like the actual like religion itself, it like a lot of stuff that was bothering me would be let go. And like I said, I found myself and turned within. So when I came back, it didn't take long. Like I came back in 2016. So she was born in 2016.
Did you find like that you had a new, fresh energy and perspective after having
like
a
my whole
daughter
comedy
and
changed?
Yeah,
my whole I was a lot more mature on stage. I was like, damn, man, taking a year off, dude. Like my joke writing skills have gotten better because like I started reading a lot about comedy because I'm like, when I come back out, I'm about to be a killer, man. Taking no hostages, just straight. So, like I came back and now the rest is history. I feel like I'm at the best I've ever been comedically on stage, and I'm just trying to become better. That's it, man.
Yeah, no, that's just kind of cool for people who are seeing you on Kill Tony the last few weeks, and I think that there'll be many more weeks of that coming up. Is that to see for what's so funny to me is seeing somebody kind of drop into like a new universe or like, where you been at? It's like, I've been around, just like you're not aware of what I've been doing. Like I've been working hard on my own thing.
Right.
I like, it's just like being introduced, like whether it's like somebody being scouted for a TV show or whatever, it's like all of a sudden people are like, wow, they just made it so quick. It's like, bro.
Yeah. I posted that on Facebook a few weeks ago. I was like, bro, it takes 10 years to become an overnight success.
Yeah. Yeah.
Like, you pop and get a TV show tomorrow. People that don't live here, where that dude come from? Like, bro, I've been seeing him grind for 10 years, 10 years.
Yeah.
He's not new, trust me.
Yeah.
He's not new at all.
Yeah. We're getting a call in the show. It says on my caller ID that the dean of the college that you went to is actually calling in.
Oh.
Hello?
Hey, what's up?
Is this Mr. Lucas?
I recognize his voice. Hold up. Hey, what's good, man? I owe you some money?
Yes, I'm the dean of school, university.
Oh, yeah, University of Hard Knocks.
University, yes.
What's up, man?
You owe us a lot of money, David.
I know, man. I got 1,200 in parking tickets for parking in the teachers' parking. I'm going to pay them. But y'all need to change that food menu. What's good with that, man?
You want to talk to me about the food menu after all these years?
Yeah, man. That's one of the reasons I hated the school, man. The food was trash.
Is that part of the reason of your falling out with us, is the food?
That's 1/4 of it. Y'all didn't have no gluten-free options for me.
Well, not to judge you on your size or anything, but I didn't think that would be of concern to you.
Hey, man, I'm the healthiest big guy you'll ever meet. Nothing but organic calories going to this body.
Right.
4,800 calories a day of nothing but pure organic, farm raised, no GMOs.
Oh, that's still a lot of calories. I mean, I am the dean here at the university, and I'm not a dietitian. I didn't major in that or anything, but that's still almost twice the capacity of what a normal adult male should be consuming.
Well, I'm twice the capacity of a normal adult male.
All right. Well, I think you also owe twice the capacity in student loan as some of the other students who are graduates of here.
Yeah. You know what, bro? I think I'll just come in and have a sit down with you. Where you want to meet at? Because I feel like we need to squash this.
I believe so as well. It's been a while, and it's been weighing heavily on me.
Heavily, huh? I'll think about it. So maybe next week I'll call you.
Oh, that sounds very good. You're a bright young man, and I appreciate your cooperation with us.
We're going out to eat on you, right? Not at the school.
All right. There's a Ruby Tuesdays that I'll take you to.
All right. Ruby Tuesdays sound good.
All right. Goodbye.
All right, I'll holler.
I mean,
can't believe he called in.
I mean, it sounds like you guys want to squash your beef between each other.
Maybe.
You said are you a pescatarian?
Yeah, I'm a pescatarian.
So break that down for me, because I know, like, for me, like, all I know is that, like, you eat a lot of fish, like, when you're on the pescatarian diet. But, like, what else can you eat, like, within that?
So me being a pescatarian, like, I eat a lot of veggie grill. I eat more so towards like a vegan, but I also incorporate fish. Mm-hmm. So that but I've been doing this for a little bit and trying to drop some weight. I don't want to be small. I just want to get I just want to be healthy so that I don't, have the same fate as Patrice O'Neal.
Sure.
A great comic who was taken too soon, So it's like, want to get some weight down.
Is he a big influence on you?
Yeah. A lot of people can tell. They're like, dude, you're like, a guy messaged me the other day, man, that touched me. He was like, bro, you're like the ghost of, no, he didn't say that. He said,
he's like, you're the,
hold on, let me, shoot, what that
you're
thing?
the thick ghost.
Yeah, Patrice was taller than me, if y'all didn't know. I never got a chance to meet him. Been listening to old Patrice O'Neal appearances on Opie and Anthony. Listening to you is like I'm hearing a ghost. So he did say ghost.
Mm-hmm.
Listening to you is like I'm hearing a ghost, bro. Keep up the funny. And if you haven't, you should YouTube Patrice's old O&A episodes. Okay.
Oh yeah, he was on there a lot.
Yeah. So yeah, Patrice O'Neal and Red Fox.
Mm-hmm.
Red Fox was I watched him a lot, so of course he was a big influence on me. I consider Red Fox to actually be the like people say Richard Pryor. I'm like, man, Red Fox is the father of comedy to me. In my opinion. I mean, sorry, don't. Just my opinion.
No, it's just literally, it's just a matter of like other people. I think it's more of a popular opinion to know about Richard Pryor, so people seek him out a little bit more.
Yeah.
Where Red Fox is like,
man, Red Fox probably had like 15 albums.
Yeah,
maybe 20.
Just a little bit.
His catalog.
You have to go
is
a little
crazy.
bit deeper in the comedy studies. Yeah.
Red Fox, Patrice O'Neal, and Jim Gaffigan, bro. Those are like my top three.
We had Gaffigan for the first time as a Kill Tony guest a couple months ago. It was pretty cool, man.
I missed that.
Yeah, it was a cool one. I mean, yeah, it was Gaffigan.
Clean. Like, he makes me laugh so hard. Clean.
Yeah.
I'm like, this, like, it's I don't normally like clean comedians, but his subject matter, I'm like, dude, this
well,
guy's...
because the clean thing has a stigma around it where there's a hokiness where like a clean comic, but he, as well as like a Nate Bargatze, Nate Bargatze's super clean,
right? But
like he's killing with just like, you don't even think about it because you're not even thinking about,
because you're laughing so hard.
Right. Yeah, exactly.
Sinbad.
Dude, I saw him destroy last night at the Improv. That guy does not talk about putting gas to the floor, like pedal to the metal. It's like, wow. Like that guy does not let up. He knows he's going to be getting more laughs, so he just like keeps going. It's crazy.
Trying to kill somebody.
Yeah. Yeah.
Give me a break. Let me laugh. Sit back.
Yeah. I want to do this next segment with you. It's a newer segment on the show. It's called Wig.
Wig.
Stagehand. Thank you.
I got to put a wig on, like a lace front.
You're the first person to use that term on the show.
Because I'm probably the blackest.
I know. I love that. So basically what this segment is I'm going to choose a wig for you. You're going to choose a wig for me.
All right.
And then we're going to figure out kind of who these characters are as we put them on.
All right.
All right. So these are the different options right here. I think I have one in mind for you that I kind of want you to put on.
Shit. Oh, God. I look like...
It's so funny.
I'm actually out here looking like a female if I ain't had no facial hair. Bad bitch alert.
Hot girl summer.
City girl. You know who you look like with that shit on? You look like the white guy who was trying to kill Richie Rich's parents. You know, remember the laser thing when he was trying to kill him up in the mountain? I don't know that guy's name, but that's what the fuck you look like. That shit looks stupid. You look like a white peacock.
Well, you look like Rick James got stung by a bunch of bees.
Oh, shit, Jeremiah. Jeremiah looked like a grandfather dolphin. Elderly dolphin face ass.
Elderly dolphin face ass. Oh,
yeah,
dude.
Shit. Boy, what the fuck?
Yeah.
I said it to my barber.
Yep. You look good, man. Okay. So, what's your girl's name, do you think? Who's this girl?
Who's my girl?
Yeah.
Since my name is David, I call her Davita.
Davita.
Yeah.
Okay. All right.
Mhm.
This is Davita, and then this is like. Do you think that this is a rich guy? Do you think that this is a guy who is maybe he's trying to maybe he's trying to maybe he's a teacher at a college?
No,
maybe
not with that. Yeah.
what do you think this guy looks like? Maybe he's a
college.
weatherman. Maybe he's a community college. Maybe you're a student.
You make about $98,000 a year.
Okay, maybe I'm at a community college.
Yeah.
I'm making good money as a teacher.
Yeah.
I'm a professor at a college,
Yeah.
and you are taking one of my courses.
Okay. I work as a call center operator in the daytime. I take night classes.
Okay,
That
perfect.
works.
So this is already night school.
Mm-hmm.
All right. So Davita, Davita, I need to talk to you about your recent test score.
I'm sorry I'm late, but I've been taking a lot of calls, like my job's just so stressful, man. And I got 2 kids I got to fend for.
Did
man.
you
They
just
daddy
say-
ain't doing nothing?
Did you just say stressful?
Stress, like stress free, like stress.
Yeah.
A bitch be stressed out.
I'd prefer if you don't use that language in my classroom, but that's okay.
I mean, this is community college. What you expect?
Well, I expect to teach you.
You got to pass me because I need this FAFSA check. Like, don't be playing with my money.
Okay, well, maybe we can work something out.
What you trying to do? What you saying?
I'm not saying anything at all. I just said that we need to.
Like, you trying to work something out or you trying to work something out?
I simply said that we should work something out, and where the cards fall, I guess we'll play.
I guess. We'll see.
Bad bitches are my kryptonite,
They are. Oh, you ain't never had this bad bitch before.
and you are my queen.
There we go. Beautiful African queen.
You are my beautiful African queen.
You gonna make me take you home and show you roots.
I would love to show you the square root of 64 because that's
roots.
what I'm packing.
Roots, like
the show.
Roots. Yeah. You ever had a Popeye spicy chicken sandwich?
No.
See, you gotta come fuck with me because I turn you out. You know?
I would love for you to turn me out.
You ever been south of Wilshire?
No, I've never been
I
south of
got
Wilshire.
you. Like, I'm gonna take you to the swap meet. A bitch gotta get her nails done.
Okay, well, could you introduce me to your hood or your clique?
Yeah. I got you, Big Daddy.
Okay, well, this is what we need. In exchange for the good grades, you are going to give me a living course in African American studies. How does that sound? Because I feel like I need to relate to all the other students.
I don't like
here.
the term African American. I'm not from African. I'm not from Africa. Excuse
You're
me.
not from African?
Excuse me. I'm not from Africa.
I didn't mean to, cross the line there. Then what would you like to be called?
American.
American.
What you like to be called?
White and successful.
Pink meat? What you want to be called?
I mean, pink meat that sounds pretty derogatory, actually.
You know what I'm saying? Never had no raw meat before. Shit.
Okay, well, we're going to do some American studies in your vicinity and
In the hood.
in the hood.
Just say it. We in the hood.
Okay, should I say ghetto or hood?
The hood.
Okay.
You are.
Is that a weave? I saw you patting.
This a fucking lace front. This ain't no wig.
Okay,
This a lace front.
okay, a lace front.
Do you see scalp? This a lace front.
No, it's a nice
I don't
wig.
know what you used to around here, but
Okay, Davida, you're mesmerizing and you just passed my class.
oh shit. I appreciate that. Thank you, Professor.
You got it.
Yeah. Mama, I love you. POP, hold it down.
Yeah.
You ever seen that video on YouTube?
No.
Donna Goodall. She was accused of a robbery, and she was like, "How can I rob somebody when I'm legally blind?" You know what? Y'all know what? Yeah, that shit funny as hell. And then she do like a 15-minute banner, and she like, I got something to say. Bring the camera over here. Like, first she started crying. She's like, I got something to say. She was like, Pimp Squad, POP, hold it down. Mama, I love you. it's funny as hell, bro.
Have you?
I'm going to send it to you.
You're gonna text that to me.
Yeah, I got you.
Have you seen the sex demon video on YouTube?
Man, that black lady and that fuck, bro, they got one worse than that. Where they talking about they bringing the man back from the dead.
Oh, I haven't seen that one,
bro. These, man. You know what? I try not to talk bad about religion, but you know, they out here. They out here. That's all. They out here.
Talk bad about religion, David. It's Satan.
I don't believe in you, bro. So I don't know how I'm talking to you.
I have a direct line.
Shit,
tell me about this dead man raising video.
So over there in Africa, they got internet now. So they putting like all this foolishness out. This preacher stand over this coffin and make this man rise up from the dead. And then like he go into church and eat his first meal and he eats it with his hands like a zombie. It's crazy as hell.
Sounds entertaining.
Hey, you got a comedy club in your hood?
Oh, I mean, yeah, I book one.
What you paying features?
$20 a spot.
Oh, hell no.
I'm the devil.
I can't mess with your car. It's going to be, you ain't got no air conditioning, ain't it?
And guess what?
What's that?
You host for free on my weekends at my comedy club. And guess what?
What's up?
You pay for the tape. You pay for the audio recordings on your phone. At Satan's Comedy Club, we take advantage of every comedian.
Y'all don't even got no cold water.
Cold water?
Y'all just got coffee.
Coffee.
Probably with Tabasco sauce in it.
Coffee, Tabasco sauce. That's all we got on the menu.
Satan, what is this spicy ass coffee?
You're going to fit in really well around here, David.
Yeah.
You know how much we pay headliners?
Shit, you probably make them pay you.
You knew where I was going, David.
Damn.
In the condo? Yes, we have a condo at Satan's Comedy Club. Would you like to stay there?
Shit, what the master bedroom looking like?
The master bedroom.
King size bed.
It's a single. You bring your wife or your girl or whoever. Guess what? The feature is sleeping at the foot of your single bed.
Bro, I can't fit in a single bed by myself.
You can in hell.
Right, I'll sweat the weight off, right?
by the end of 1 week in hell, it'll be the skinniest you've ever been in your life.
I'll be down to like my toddler size.
Hashtag goal weight with David.
Body goals.
Body goals.
Yeah, so we'll see. I might be featuring there sometime in the not so distant future. We'll see.
Not so distant. Hell no.
Yeah, man. You responded to text over there?
I had to.
I feel like, and I'm gonna go out on a limb here. I have multiple black friends who do that. I think that is like way more tolerated in black culture. Like to just do that, like on a podcast. Like, hold up 1 second.
Yeah,
I got this thing.
I'm trying to bring my screen time down, bro. My screen time is ridiculous, man.
Oh, me too.
9 hours and 20 minutes a day.
What? That's crazy. Wow.
Yeah. I mean, bro, within in the last year, Jeremiah, look at that, bro. I'm not capping. You see how many messages I got?
Yeah, that's a lot of unread messages.
Like, bro,
wow.
I was out here, managing myself, but thankful to Jeremiah and his great cast at Kill Tony. Some of that stress will be off. Some of that stress will be off of me.
Yeah, you're gonna get a manager out of this.
Yeah, I'm gonna make my official announcement like next week.
Heck yeah, dude! And then
whoever I choose.
You got a. Are you gonna get a therapist out of?
Man,
out of
actually,
Tony too?
a therapist hit me up.
Yes,
but he ain't shit because he asked me. He asked me to meet him at Starbucks.
Oh man!
I said, "Bro, where your office at?" He's like, "We here." I was like, "All right, bro.
It's wherever you'd like it to be." Like, what? Are you a soothsayer? What is this? This is the worst therapist either.
David,
come with me and you'll see
a place of pure imagination.
I want to get into.
Augustus Gloop gets sucked up like 8 minutes after that. Boo. Yeah.
Love that.
You want to get into what?
I want to get into this next segment. It's called Fanning Out.
Fanning out. Questions from fans.
I reached out to the people on the internets and said, if you could ask David Lucas any question or suggest any characters or anything for us to do, what would it be? And I got some great questions for you. This is coming from Instagram. Brian.j.hole says, how did you lose your virginity?
I was 12 when I lost my virginity to a 16-year-old. I don't really consider that losing my virginity because I didn't know what I was doing. But I lost my real virginity at like 16. Because at 12, it was just like...
What happened at 12? Yeah.
It was on... You ever seen Norbit?
Dude, one of my favorite movies.
You remember when Rasputin was like, you got a girlfriend?
Mm-hmm.
You do not? Like, it was like that.
It was like that?
Yeah.
Was she thick?
Yeah.
It was a 12-year-old
Yeah.
thick?
I mean,
Or
she was 16.
16.
Yeah. She was a chunky girl, you know?
Chunky?
Yeah.
Nice.
So
what did she do? She just took advantage of you?
She told me we was going to play house.
Whoa.
Yeah.
And she's like, this my garage.
Right. You got to park your car.
Did she say that?
She's like, what kind of car you got? I said, a Corvette. She's like, drive it in.
She's like, that's a small dick car.
Hey, this is actually an 82 Camry.
Yo, this is a 93 Taurus. Like, right here. Hey, it's not the prettiest thing,
Right.
but you know, it's working class. It gets the job done.
I remember it happening, but I don't remember like details. But then I lost my real virginity at 16 with my girlfriend. I went to her house after school, and she like, we got an hour before my mom get off. Her mom worked at S&S cafeteria.
What's S&S?
It's a restaurant in the South.
Okay.
It's like cafeteria style, but
It's like a
good.
Perkins or something like that, maybe?
I don't know what Perkins is.
Oh, okay. I thought that was in
Where
the
you
South.
from?
Kansas.
Oh yeah. Oh no, we ain't got where I'm from, but it's kind of like, what can it be? It's kind of like lemonade here.
Okay.
It's like lemonade meets like a soul food restaurant. Like everything's already ready. You just like grab your meat, your 2 sides, your dessert, and get your drink and like whatever type of bread you want.
All right.
Yeah.
That's dope. This next question comes. A lot of people want to hear your impression of Tony Hinchcliffe. This person says, at Colby Haley 9, tell David to do the best impression of a black Tony Hinchcliffe.
Hi guys, we're back with Kill Tony from our sponsor, formens.com. Today we have the lovely William Montgomery. This next guy is a killer. He's my mom's favorite comedian. She always texts me after him. She loves our ranting back and forth. What is that character over there, Jeremiah? Who is that? You guys are crazy. I'm sorry, Brian. I don't know what to say to you. I haven't laughed hard all night.
That's a fun one. Your Tony Hinchcliffe is very breathy and very sexual.
Yeah, I need to. I can't get that nasally to do Tony.
You got a low voice.
Yeah,
Yeah. It's hard to get up there.
You got to get. Yeah, I need to hear him more.
Yeah.
I can do it.
This comes from Josh Daniels Official on Instagram. Describe your worst bombing. Any story come to mind or any moment where you're like, oh, this is...
I was like, I've been doing comedy since I was in high school.
Mm-hmm.
I did a lot of church shows. I remember like my first time going to like a comedy club in Atlanta.
You did church shows like at the Baptist church though, right?
Yeah. Oh, jeez, man.
It's so hard to do at the Catholic.
So, I went to a real comedy club because a professional, a comedian everybody knows, Bruce, who was kind of like my mentor in the game, being so young, allowed me and my mom to come in, and I could only stay for my set, then I had to go because I was underage. So I asked my mom on the drive up there, I was like, Mom, can I cuss? She was like, yeah. So
You're like, it's on.
Right.
Yeah.
So because she told me I could cuss, I was like, man, fuck jokes. I'm just going out there and cussing. So I was like, yeah, yo, fuck the bitch, goddamn shit, pop, boop, bop, bam, fuck the bitch, hoe, ass, pussy. And it did. I just wanted to cuss because I ain't never been able to cuss doing jokes before.
Yeah.
And they were looking at me like, this young boy has a foul. And one black person in the back was like, you need Jesus. And I was like, damn. And I was like, should I be doing comedy?
Yes, that's Satan's comedy club.
Yeah, so that was probably, I haven't really bombed in LA, man. Like, I mean, the only time, and as a professional comic now, and even Jeremiah can probably attest, like, there's no such thing as a bomb now. The only time you could maybe consider that I would bomb now is when I'm working out a new joke at like an open mic or something.
Yeah.
But I'm like, that's not bombing. I'm trying to figure out where this joke is going.
Yeah. I think every comedian has their own meter of personal bombings, whether it's a bomb to the audience or to themselves.
And if it's a free show, I don't give a fuck if I bomb or don't do well.
You're like, you're here for free.
Right.
Yeah.
But yeah, I haven't bombed since like over 10 years.
This comes from Eric Griffin on Twitter. When I asked for character suggestions, he said, any rapper with Big in their name.
Big Papa, Biggie Smalls. I got you. Super Nintendo, Sega Genesis. When I was dead broke, yeah, you couldn't picture this. 50-inch screen, money, green leather sofa. Got 2 rocks, the limousine with the chauffeur. Oh, now if you don't know, now you know, nigga.
Stop what you're doing, because I'm about to ruin the image of the style that you're used to. My nose is big, y'all.
Do the Humpty dance.
It's your chance. Do the dance. Do the hump.
Do the Humpty hump.
Do the Humpty
Do
hump.
the Humpty hump.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
Me and Jeremiah about to go on the road just doing impressions.
Right? Dude, I've never heard your Biggie before. Have you done that on stage?
Nah, I don't really do it on stage.
Bro.
I need to do it on stage.
You have to do that on stage. Literally, I looked at our crew through the glass on the other side, and their eyes lit up like, he lives.
Bro, I gotta.
That's great, man.
I got a few impressions, and I feel like people won't accept them because of like.
No, dude. The thing about what's great about impressions, especially what I like about performers who have that but don't lean on it too hard. If you drop that in the middle of a set, people will be like, whoa, I thought I knew kind of the general direction this guy was going. It'll knock people out.
The next time I get on Kill Tony, I'm gonna do it.
Dude, it's really great. It's a lot of fun.
You might have to remind me because I forget a lot, even though I don't smoke weed.
Maybe I'll set you up for it, like on Kill Tony, like on a future episode.
Hey, Tony, I heard that we got Biggie Smalls here.
Yeah.
Super Nintendo Sega.
I mean, yeah, it's great. Yeah. Hey, hey, Biggie, what was what's on your Christmas wish list this year?
I got 2 rides, the limousine with the chauffeur.
Yeah. I mean, it's as simple as that. What do you have other impressions?
Bootsy Collins.
Okay.
I'd rather be with you. Ooh, yeah. Yeah, baby, it's your boy Bootsy, baby. You gonna see me coming with both eyes open, hands tied behind my back. You know,
these are great. Dude, I'm telling you, if you drop these in a set, like whether it's Kill Tony or I'm just saying in general with your stand up, people will like, especially because you're already a big dude. Right. And if you drop a look-like kind of joke or something like that, like some take on Biggie, and then you just go into that, like people will freaking.
Yeah. I need to develop some more.
I look like the deep fried ghost of Biggie's. I don't know.
I mean, when I was younger, I used to rely heavy on like impressions to make the class laugh and stuff. So, I mean, I just have to like look at a person and hear them for a while, and then I can do it.
Yeah. That's a great skill to have, man. That's awesome.
I would learn a Patrice one, but I don't feel like his voice is distinct enough for the everyday audience to get it.
Yeah, they might not get it. Yeah, they might not. Yeah, I mean, the comedy fans would be like, "Oh, this is amazing," but yeah, For sure.
What else we got?
This is from jhair82. This is an interesting question. They said, do you think they should have a competition on Kill Tony so that the funniest people are the regulars, where you can be called out like a Mexican drum off? Because Joel gets quote unquote challenged for his job.
Who?
Joel Jimenez, our drummer. He's called out for his job, like as a challenge to be the new replacement drummer in the band. Would you think it'd be a good idea for anybody, like if they get up during their minute, like I want to challenge the regular right now to a minute off or something like that?
No, I don't like that. I just want to say a lot of people hit me up about William, and I think William is very great. And once you guys understand what he's doing, you're gonna see that he's the world's next Zach Galifianakis. It's kind of like a lot of people. You don't get it right now, but in a couple of years when it really catches on, y'all are gonna be like, man, I should have never slept on this dude. But in saying that, nah, because like William been doing this shit for 10 months, he told me the other day.
Mm-hmm.
Bro, like you're not gonna be amazing every damn week.
Right.
So it's like if somebody challenges me on an off week, I might lose my spot.
Yeah.
And I held it down for 10 months, but then you only keep it for 2 weeks.
Yes, coming in hot and fresh with your new stuff. Yeah.
Bro, you probably got 20 minutes stocked up.
Yeah.
So
No,
I do love Kill Tony, bro. Like that's a challenge coming with a new 60. I don't think people understand how hard it is to come up with a new 60 seconds every week. That is not, it's not easy, y'all.
Yeah.
It takes me a month, y'all, to do like a good 7 to 10 minutes, and that's like getting on stage 20 times, like a new 7 to 10 minutes.
And that's great.
Yeah.
This comes from our buddy Rick Cossack. He said, if Tony was a chicken wing, what would you do with it?
Dip his ass in blue cheese. What you mean? Have it fried hard though, but dip him in blue cheese. Blue cheese.
Blue cheese.
I just feel like that rhymes with 2 Chainz.
I know, that's what I was thinking too. Blue cheese. That's exactly what I was thinking.
Yeah.
I was like, there's 2 Chainz in a Buffalo Wild Wings commercial. He's just dipping blue cheese. Yeah.
I've been smoking on that gas. Like to be on Cinemax movies.
Dude, it's funny. Like I've got a I love hip hop, so I've got a lot of random like hip hop impressions and stuff that I don't really.
Who you got for me?
Well, one that I'm pissed that like I wish I would have thrown it up as a clip because it's like already gone. Like it's already not that popular anymore. It's Fetty Wap because he hasn't been putting out new hits. Yeah. So people are like, but I think I have a pretty good Lil Wayne.
Let me hear your Fetty Wap though.
I'm like anybody,
yeah, baby.
Yeah, baby.
1738.
1738.
Yeah, Fetty Wap.
And Lil Wayne's like,
I actually saw Fetty
Your
Wap.
money.
That's hilarious. That's good. That is a great fucking Lil Wayne. Damn, that's a good Lil Wayne. I thought he was here for a second.
Yeah, Lil Wayne and Big Wayne finally hanging out. So stupid.
Lil Wayne and Chicken Wayne.
Lil Wayne and Chicken Wayne. Yeah, you know.
Chicken Wayne.
That little like a lollipop.
That's funny.
That little like a lollipop. Shorty wanna die.
Bottles in the cloud.
Bottles in the cloud. I want to get into this next segment, then we're going to close out with our final segment, Sax Talk. But before that, let's get into the Kindness Challenge.
Who? Kindness.
Kindness.
Oh, kindness.
Kindness. Yeah, we're going to do the Kindness Challenge. And basically what this
we give
is...
each other compliments?
Yeah, we just look at each other and be like, man, you're dope.
Right.
No, so basically what this is every week I challenge the listener or the viewer to do something nice out of the kindness of their heart. It can be something small, it can be something big, doesn't matter as long as it's contributing something positive to society. I'm all about that positive energy. Yes. And I ask people to send in their letters to jeremiahwonders@gmail.com if you're listening to this and you do something cool for somebody. send it in, and I'll read your story here on the show to inspire other people what's going on.
Yeah.
So we're going to talk about this person who wrote in this letter. This is cool. This says, hey, Jeremiah, I don't know if my submission qualifies because I hope it's something that anyone would do in this situation, but here it goes. To give you a voice reference, I'm from the Central Coast of California. I'm a gun-toting hippie who voted for Bernie and drives a lifted truck. Good luck. So they give me an idea of what they sound like. So here we go. I'll get into this. I was coming home from work last week and noticed that my neighbor, who, by the way, lost his home in the 2017 fires in Santa Rosa and then had a stroke shortly thereafter, was on the ground in front of his rental house surrounded by cardboard boxes and a recycling can. Since he had a stroke, he has had to endure the process of relearning how to walk and talk again. I've noticed recently that he's been walking around with assistance of his wife, who's gone back to her old job. Anyway, when I got home, she clearly wasn't there, so I parked my big-ass lifted truck with a Bernie sticker on it and rushed over to him. I didn't want to offend his dignity, but he was clearly in need, so I helped him up as quickly as I could and gave him back his cane and leg brace that were out of his reach once he was stable. He had trouble communicating to me what happened, but managed to tell me that he felt bad for his wife, who has been doing all the chores, so he wanted to contribute by taking out the recycling while she was gone and fell in the process. I let him back inside, filled the can with all the boxes on the ground and a few others that he pointed out in the house. And he took the can down to the curb. I felt terrible for him and his wife, so I did the only thing I knew how to do to consolidate someone. I gave him a box of eggs for my chicken coop, to which he was very grateful, and we went our separate ways. Thank you so much for inspiring kindness in all of us and encouraging us to share our experiences. It's hard to share sometimes because it feels like bragging, but it inspires someone to do something for someone else, then it's absolutely worth it. Keep up the great work. PW.
I guess.
So, I guess this dude... I guess basically the short of it, the guy saw his elderly neighbor fall,
right,
helped him up, got him inside and cleaned up before his wife got home, and then he gave him some food. He gave him some eggs.
And what did Bernie Sanders have to do with it?
I don't know.
And what did the eggs have to do with it?
I think that he just wanted to like comfort the guy, and he's like, I don't have much, but here's my eggs that I can give you. Here's some food, like for falling. He probably felt bad for the guy, like for falling down. He's like, I don't know how to help you out. Here's some food, man.
I got some ketchup packages.
Yeah. I mean, that's something.
That's nice.
That's something nice, you know? Yeah, it's cool to share people's stories that they send in. Have you done something nicely for somebody recently that might qualify for that?
I mean, every time I go to a grocery store, I do something nice for somebody. That's paying somebody's salary.
Yeah.
Let me see. What's the nicest?
Speaking of grocery stores, something I did recently that was simple. I didn't like really have money on me to a homeless person. There's a pretty big homeless problem in LA, as most people know.
100,000.
It's 100,000.
I think something like that. I heard
it's crazy.
But I mean, LA is like the perfect place to be homeless.
Yeah,
no joke.
The weather and everything. Yeah, for sure. Lady asked for money right as I was like taking my groceries in my car, and I didn't have money to give her, but I had just bought like some bottled water, so I was like, I gave her some bottled water. You know what I mean? That's like a human necessity that I always try to do. Like if somebody's like needing something, if I have it on me, I have spare. Like I always try to give people water.
I'll buy homeless people food, but money is.
It's hard.
Yeah.
The money thing's hard.
Yeah.
Also, if it's something like water or food that you're giving them directly, you know what it's going towards, which is good. But yeah, anyway, email in your letters to jeremiahwonders@gmail.com, and I will share your story on the show. This has been the Kindness Challenge.
I almost felt like there was going to be some shit at the end where he was like, he didn't want my help because I was a Bernie Sanders supporter.
Oh, he saw the bumper sticker?
Leave me down here.
Yeah.
Get the fuck away.
He's like, not in my America. He tears him down with him. He has a bayonet in his pocket. He starts stabbing.
Yeah, that's what I thought was about to happen.
Yeah.
Because he said the Bernie Sanders sticker.
Well, yeah, you're like, you're looking at it from like a screenplay movie point of view. You're like, well, where does the Bernie Sanders sticker come into play in this? Why would he say that? And why the eggs? And why the chicken? And what part of California does he live in centrally if he's raising chickens in? A lot of questions.
Central Tijuana.
All right, this is our final segment of the show. It's called Sax Talk. Sax Talk. All right, David. I shared with you before the show what this segment is. You're going to share a story of a sexual encounter, and I'm going to play some sweet, sweet sax underneath. Whenever you're ready, I will follow along with this sweet, sweet sax.
Yeah. So, this one time, you ready? So this one time, you know, I had this little nice tenderoni. She was probably about 24. Fine from head to toe, you feel me? So, you know, we in the room, we about to do the do. I been down to take off her clothes. And I ripped my fucking jeans. No lie. No, it was bad. Yeah. But she was like, it's cool. Like, we can still keep going. I still want you. You know what I'm saying? So, I started kissing her and stuff. You know, like rubbing her hair. She had a weave because I felt the braids. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, I felt the braids. Her weave was not good at all, ladies. But she was fine. And it, you know, and it's been a minute since I had some at this point. So I'm just like, man, it's going down. So, you know, we are in her room. Let me just paint the picture a little more. We're in her room. There's other people in the house. So, you know, we started foreplay and all this. And she's kissing on me. I'm kissing her neck, rubbing her head, her face, you know, just like. So, it was that time for insertion. Had to insert the penis, you know. So I got the condom, put it on, got on top of her. Started stroking, got on top of her, it's feeling good. I'm like, she don't know, but in my head, I'm like, this ain't lasting too much longer. And I say I was 30 seconds away from climax, and the fucking bed broke. It came crashing down. And her mama came running up the stairs and busted to her room. And the condom was hanging off the tip of my penis like a Superman cape. It was a messed up situation. I was so embarrassed. I ain't never called her again. But if you watching this, Stacy, I love you. It hit me on my IG. That's it. And that's a real story.
What was it like exactly having a mom see the condom on the tip of your penis?
Bro, when the bed broke and hit the ground, you know, like that embarrassing feeling, like you just feel hot.
Like you just broke a bed?
Yeah, yeah, exactly. Yeah. I'll buy you a new bed too. I got you. But I just felt like hot. Like, bro, I just wanted to disappear.
Yeah. That's how I feel after bombing. I get hot and I'm just like, I just don't want anybody to see me right now.
I felt like Jenny from Forrest Gump. I started playing, Lord, turn me into a bird so I can fly far, far away.
You God, make me a bird so I can fly far, far away.
Jenny,
do you still have the AIDS virus?
So is he like me?
I'm hanging with my best pal Bubba right now.
It's so many ways you can. It's shrimp gumbo. shrimp kebab,
Bubba knows all the shrimps.
shrimp burgers. Forrest, I want to go home.
You're going home. All right, Bubba.
And headlining Satan's Comedy Club.
Talk about commitment.
I know you really passed out there. For you audio listeners, David just went into the curtain behind him and he just started seizing and the eyes went back in his head. And it truly was like the scene where Bubba died.
But yeah, bro. They used to. But yeah, bro. I literally walked out of that house with just my boxers on. When her mom came, because like I broke the bed and I heard the door fly, so I jumped up.
What do you remember what her mom sounded like when she's like, did she say, what's going on? Like,
all I heard was like running up the stairs, like what? Like I don't know if you've ever been in a situation where you just freeze, you don't really have a time to do anything. But it was like I jumped up and I was just frozen. The door just came busting open and I was like, she saw me and I said,
ma'am.
Good
day, ma'am.
Your mom sure cares about your education, boy. Another Forrest reference.
You know all the Forrest Gump references.
That's one of my favorite movies.
You know more than Mikey McKernan, maybe.
That's one of my favorite movies.
It's a good one.
Yeah.
Well, dude, I've loved having you on the show, and I love seeing you on Kill Tony.
Thanks,
and you're gonna keep crushing it on there. I absolutely believe that, and I'm excited that other people are getting to know about you. Known you for a long time, man.
Yeah,
So it's
man.
cool that other people are getting to hear about you. A lot of positivity flowing your way, and yeah, keep killing them, man. You're crushing on the show.
Thanks, man.
Do you want to plug your Instagram? Anything else you got coming up here?
David Lucas Funny album recording October the 24th. Hopefully Jeremiah and the boys can make it out. You know what I'm saying? That's about it for right now. And 2020 has a lot of doors already opening. So you guys will see more from me and more from Jeremiah. And one thing I can say about Kill Tony, if like Tony said, if you come up there and use it right, doors will open. So
And it's happening.
yes, sir.
Yeah.
On the gang.
Thanks for coming on. Love you, bro.
Yeah, love you too.